Strobe Studios presents The Watson Files, starring Michael Helgens and Greg Kilberger. A century after Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson's adventures in London, their grandchildren Spencer Holmes and Jack Watson experienced their own adventures. As his grandfather did, Jack Watson often kept notes about these adventures and has decided to share them with the world. Now let's join the doctor and see what story he has for us today.
Yes?
Good evening, Doctor.
Ah, Mr. Dolan. Right on time as usual.
Yes, well, this is one doctor's appointment I like to keep.
Yes. I hope it's a little more exciting than most doctor visits.
Oh, most definitely. And tonight should be just as exciting as any. I believe last week you mentioned a robbery at a museum?
Yes, I certainly did. This particular heist was rather peculiar, as it didn't appear the robber had actually stolen anything.
So nothing was missing?
No, I didn't say that. But well, perhaps I should just tell you the story and you'll find out.
All right, that sounds like a good plan. So, how does the story begin?
It was a Sunday night, and I was just finishing dinner. Potato soup, as I recall, when Holmes called and asked me to meet him at the museum. I, of course, reminded Holmes that the museum is closed on Sundays, but he insisted anyway. When I arrived, Holmes was waiting for me in the parking lot.
Watson, thanks for coming.
Of course, Holmes. So, why are we visiting the museum after hours?
The curator called me this afternoon asking for help. Apparently the police have received some information that a theft is going to be attempted this evening.
And he wants us to help prevent it?
Precisely. So, what do you say, old friend?
Sounds good.
I knew I could count on you.
Always. So, what are we dealing with here?
Well, we don't know much. Just a rumor that someone was asking around about a fence for some artwork. Supposedly the job is going down tonight.
Okay. What's the plan?
We stop him.
Do we know which piece of art he...
Watson, did you see that?
See what?
Up there in the window. I saw someone.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm quite sure.
What are you doing?
Breaking and entering. What does it look like?
Holmes, you can't...
Call Officer Weathers. He should be on his way. Have him cover the front entrance, and you guard the back door here.
Where are you going?
To catch a thief.
Hello?
All right, Doctor. We got the front entrance covered.
Great. Thanks for coming so quickly, Officer Weathers. I've got the back door guarded.
I'm sending a couple of police officers around back to help you out.
That would be very much appreciated. Are you sure we shouldn't send someone inside?
We don't know where they are. And besides, for all I know, it's a trap.
Are you suggesting Holmes is somehow involved with this?
No. But it's possible that there's more than one
Stop!
thief and...
You're not going anywhere.
Good work, Watson.
Grab the phone there and let Officer Weathers know we've captured the thief.
All right. I'm going in the next room to interrogate him. You guys can listen over the speaker from in here.
Sounds good.
Dr. Watson, are you sure he didn't have any sort of artwork on him when he came out of the building?
Yes. I tackled him nearly as he came through the door. He wouldn't have had any time to get rid of it.
Okay. Well, we'll see what he's got to say. Okay, buddy. What were you doing in the museum after hours? I'm the janitor. I'm always there after hours. Yeah, except we spoke with the museum curator, and he says Sundays are your day off. Well, I left my radio there the night before, and I went back to get it. Uh-huh. Look, I don't know what it is you think I've done, but... What'd you do with the painting? What painting? The one you stole. What? A Botticelli is missing. What did you do with it? Nothing, I swear. Well, then how do you explain the fact that the painting went missing at exactly the same time you happened to be in the museum by yourself? I can't explain it because I know nothing about it. All right, we figure you probably had help. Tell us who it was and we might be able to give you a break. I wish I could help you, but I don't know who stole the painting. And I want a lawyer. Okay, if that's the way it's gonna be. So what do you think, Holmes?
I'm not sure. Your men searched the whole museum and found no sign of the painting, correct?
Yes, and no one else was in the building.
So, how could he have gotten the painting out of the building?
That is a real dilemma, isn't it?
Yes. Well, you said you saw someone in an upstairs window at the back of the museum, didn't you?
Yes, which I believe is where the missing painting had been hanging.
Well, when we arrived and took up our positions at the parking lot, one of my officers thought he saw a figure in one of the front windows.
But then I caught him leaving through the rear entrance.
So the question is, why did he go to the front of the building? Why not just grab the canvas and slip out the back?
Well, I recently took a tour of the museum, and there's not much at the front of the building. Officer Weathers, which front corner did you see him at?
I believe it was the left corner from our perspective.
That's just the administrative area, offices and such. I don't think there's anything worth stealing up there.
Well, he's asking for a lawyer, so we need to make a decision. What do you think? Is he guilty?
What else do we know about him?
Not much. He's been working nights at the museum for about 8 months. He's a student up at the university, a mathematics major, I believe. No criminal record.
Did you say mathematics?
Yes. I think that's what he's studying. Why?
What is it, Holmes?
Just a hunch. Officer Weathers, go ahead and arrest him. I believe I'll sleep on this, and on the morrow I shall recover your painting.